Hi and welcome to the channel. I've spent a couple of weeks wearing the Citizen Tsuyosa. This is the yellow dial variant with a 40mm case. After some proper wrist time, I've got a feel for what it's like to live with, not just the specs, but the overall wearing experience. This isn't a new release, it's been around long enough for the early buzz to settle, which is useful because now we can see where it really sits in the landscape of affordable integrated bracelet automatics. Let's start with the feel, because that's what really defines the Tsuyosa. The bracelet has solid links and it's well finished with brushed outer and polished inner links and drapes naturally over the wrist. The clasp feels a little cheap, but it's functional and satisfactory for the price point. There's a suppleness to the bracelet that you rarely get at this price, and that comfort changes the whole wearing experience. The case is compact but balanced. It's 40mm across, has short lug to lug and a low profile. The symmetry is worth noting too. The crown is tucked neatly at 4 o'clock and sits almost flush with the case. It's still perfectly usable, but visually the result is clean and near perfectly balanced. I think that this single detail really elevates the design. Around the back, you've got a screw down case back with an exhibition window. Water resistance is rated to 50 meters. It's not a diver, but entirely fine for everyday wear. The dial, for me, is where the watch really stands out. The yellow has a subtle sunburst that catches the light in a kind of controlled way. It's confident without being loud, and that tone runs through the whole watch. The cyclops over the date adds a visual lift to the flat sapphire and gives the dial some depth. Citizen's finishing is quietly impressive. There's consistent brushing, restrained polishing, and well-judged proportions. The dial colour range across the line is strong, but the yellow for me has particular presence. It's not trying to be too safe. Inside is the Miyota 8210, fine for the job. The rotor is quite audible though, but so is the rotor in a Chopard Mille Miglia Gran Turismo, which costs 10 times as much. I don't see this as a flaw. It kind of feels part of the mechanical watch experience. You can hear the movement working, and that gives it a bit of personality. Compared with the Tissot PRX Powermatic 80, the obvious benchmark, the Tsuyosa feels the more characterful watch. The PRX is cleaner, it's more refined, technically stronger, but it's also a bit colder. The Citizen has quirks and somehow that makes it more engaging. It's not trying to be perfect, it's trying to be interesting, and I think it succeeds. Value-wise, excellent at around £250 to £300. Depending on where you buy, it's well below the PRX. It doesn't match the Tissot on specs or finishing, but it offers a more distinctive wearing experience. Casio's Edifice automatic sits in a similar price bracket, yet they can't quite match the cohesion of the Tsuyosa. So where does that leave it? The Tsuyosa doesn't chase specs, it focuses on feel, and that's where it wins. The bracelet comfort, the dial tone, the symmetry, these are things you notice when you're actually wearing it. For me, it's the more enjoyable wear compared with the PRX. It's less polished, yes, but more engaging. And that ultimately is what keeps it on my wrist. Thanks for watching. If you've got one of these or you're thinking about getting one, drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.